What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Are you ready for this?
Mic check, let's go, let's get up. Hey. Let's roll. Hey. Yeah, let's get up. Listen, it's time I feel good, I feel fine up. Early on my grind, stacking paper, reading books. I just grab we I need from all the treasures I done took. Who is it that you see in the mirror? I see me, so I smile at myself, and I call myself a king. Now I'm living out my dreams, I had to learn to walk again. Yes, I'm talking spiritually, I was looking out for strength. Felt like my life came to an end at that moment, I repent. Then my thoughts became my vision, so I gassed up mine and rev up the engine. I come from a dynasty, we rose from sand. No need to look around, yes, you had the power in your hands. Yeah, let's get up, let's get up. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's. Are you ready for a journey? Buckle up. Let's take a trip. Into the county I was raised, you could call it pistol grip. Had stumble and slip, but I got back up real quick. Walked the fresh and smooth, moving slick, coolin' with my homies. Me, twin, riding little Webby GMC, making moves like we riding heavy Chevys. This is the motion that needed. Now I'm surfing cross Earth, star, crack the outer shell. I'm reborn through new birth. If you scared, then go to church. But me right here on the field, I've taken time out to chill. This is real spill, but I'm not an angry man. I'm just a dude who observes and I formulate a plan. I keep money right, mind strong, flag posted where I stand. Scale the mountains, a city like uncharted, no stunts. I'm just a man here to finish what I started. It's my duty on a mission, but I keep myself moving through my internal intuition. Yes, I'm cooking in the kitchen, flaming heat with God's permission. Everybody wants to cure, but don't think about prevention. Mr. Seven stepping off and float. I digress, my mic is muted and you through. Me, I'm in my zone, focused on my own growth. I be water walking through these streets like sailboat. Me, I be the compass as I lead and guide my people. I'm a father, I'm friend with a couple guns legal. You not that smart, quit the bull. Yes, I'm seeing right through you. I be talking to the spirits, but best believe it's not voodoo. Yeah, I know you think you him, but in my head, I'm like who you? I'm a legend, I'm a beast, I'm the rose that grew through concrete. Let's keep it going. Keep it pushing as I lay back. Curtains drawn like I'm in a Maybach. Me, I'm so unique, I'm like needle in the haystack. Catching money, dodging fame. I sticking over while stacking racks. Go out hammer, pop your shit, but don't be mad when I clap back. Let's keep it going. Yeah, let's go.
Me in the jungle, hit a rumble. Caught a couple touchdowns and I had a couple fumbles. Look at me, now I recovered. This is mind over matter. Keep it pushing when I stumble. Long way from home to gather wisdom and stay humble. Eyes wide shut, this me. This is dawn to me, vessel crumble. I return.
Respect. Welcome back to another episode of Smittys Corner, aka Lighthouse_301. I welcome you. So what we're going to talk about this evening, we're going to kick it and cool it, man. Y'all know me, after a long day. Let's just go ahead and let's just have us a nice little discussion. Let's keep it entertaining. Let's keep it fun. But at the same time, let's learn something from this, right? Because that's the whole purpose. I want you to walk away with something. I don't care what it is. Walk away with something, right? So let's go ahead and let's talk about this. Apparently, there are some issues in the Black community. You got people who don't have a clue really what's going on, and they're speaking from an outside perspective. We're going to take time and listen to that. Very famous guy who loves to just dibble and dabble in everybody's stuff, right? Him and his buddy. And then you got another perspective over here where we're talking about which is exactly the problem. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I don't know. Do I? Okay. Boom. There we go. So we got a poll, right? So anybody who comes in, you can go ahead, you can tap in on the poll, right? But the poll is up for you. Let me know, what is the main, like what is the number one problem with the Black community? Is it fighting each other, or is it failing, or is it falling for the same old tricks? So which is it? All right, now we don't want to say two things can be true at once. This is a circumstance where I want you to pick one or the other. If you had to say which one was more detrimental, which would it be? Again, fighting one another and or falling for the same old tricks. So let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and let's get into this video right here. So let's start off with this one because it's interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy going. So, like, I'm curious to how does all of this work now? Again, we're listening to somebody who has an outside perspective, and we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we correct that whatever it may be. So let's just listen, because the reason why I like to play stuff like this is because I want to get a good feel for how do other cultures, how do other races, how do other people feel, what do they think, right? And how much of it is actually true. See, that's the thing. It's not about whether or not we care about what they think. How much of it is what they say actually valid, right? So let's go ahead and rock out. Nancy, if you would be so kind and hit the theme music, please. All right now. So let's go ahead and let's get to this right now. The time right now is 9:45 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in. Let's go ahead and let's listen to this video right here. Let's go. All right, let's rock out. I ain't even gonna hold us. You know how I do. I get straight to it. Cut through the fat, get to the meat. Let's have some fun. Let's learn something, and let's see what we got.
Hit a lot because I criticize the Black community for a lot of their faults. They, prioritize a bunch of stupid shit, and then they, instead of like attacking my arguments, they tell me, well, you're not even Black, so you can't comment on them. So I'm like, what kind of low IQ logic is that? So you're telling me that I can't criticize something because I'm not of that community? That's retarded. That's like saying
you can criticize anything you want. So let's just kick it off, because this man is already going in. He's coming in hot. He's coming in hot. All right. You can criticize whatever you want. The thing about it is, whatever you criticize, you got to make sure you have actual facts about what it is you're talking about. So let's listen to what it is he has to say on this right here. Let's go.
Oh, you can't say 1 + 1 is 2 because you're not a mathematician. You fucking retard. Like, no, the Black community has some real big problems. Too much victimization, too much blaming on.
Since when did we start doing that? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Have you ever walked up to listen, this is what I want you to do. Find somebody Black, all right? If you're not Black yourself. And I want you to tell me, when was the last time somebody said 1 + 1 ain't 2? And I'm not talking about that pseudoscience stuff. I mean, just everyday logical people. How many people have actually done that? Let's just cut the bullshit. Let's go.
White people, too much blaming on police brutality, not enough fathers, way too much, care about drugs and, drug trafficking, being in gangs, gang culture.
Look at the rap music. How damaged has that been to Black people? All these Black guys, even like a lot of richer homes, they'll go and imitate this thug culture because they think that's what they're supposed to be Black. I remember.
All right, you want to talk about heavy metal? What about all of the teenagers that off their parents, off themselves, classmates, everything else, because of some type of Marilyn Manson or Metallica song they was listening to, or whoever? Because they was listening to a group that goes by the name of Faces of Death. But we want to talk about hip hop, right? We want to talk about rap music. Okay, if we want to talk about rap music, let's talk about heavy metal. Let's talk about stuff that actually got these white boys and these folks out back stringing up their pets and stuff in the backyard and using them as piñatas and all kinds of, I mean, absolutely out of this world gruesome stuff. Okay, cool. You want to talk about how we may do drive-bys and things like that? Let's really talk about what goes down in them homes that you come from. But we're going to save that as we go along, and we're going to ease our way into it. But I mean, you can miss me with that one. And then on top of that, that depends on which era are you talking about. That also depends on which age frame are you talking about. That also depends on which category and actual genre of this you're talking about, because rap music and hip hop are different. Yes, people have went on ahead and tried to mesh them into one, and no, hip hop used to be a completely different sound. Hip hop was much more always a cooler, poetic, spoken word, jazzy, cafe type of feel. Hip hop is where you get your southern versions like a Outkast, right? That's where you get folks like Most Def, Common, Talib, all of these people, Lupe. All of that is hip hop. That's a total different faction. So again, when we're listening to people who obviously you not hip, bruh, you just talking on something that you believe to be of the majority of something that which really isn't. But let's keep on going. Let's see what we got right here.
Seen it in college, these like rich black dudes, but then they're trying to act all gangster because that's what they see, and it's just pathetic.
Backwards, man.
And these girls twerking, the sexy reds, it's just disgusting and degenerate, and it's destroying black culture.
Yeah.
And if you say that, oh, you're a racist. Like,
You're
no,
racist.
I'm not a fucking racist. I want them to do better. I don't want black people out shooting people. You know, black people and Asians were like.
He said he wants us to do better.
God have mercy upon us.
Black people in San Francisco were attacking Asians nonstop. They started pushing stop Asian hate. All of a sudden they stopped when they saw it was all black attackers. It's just like there's clearly some problems in the communities. And the problem is it's not an easy fix. So it's easier just to say racism.
What? Oh no, wait a minute. Okay. So we going to go over that. So let's go ahead. Let's get through this commercial real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Hold on now.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Let's go back on that a little bit. Let's go back just a little bit. What do you say?
There's clearly some problems in the communities. And the problem is it's not an easy fix. So it's easier just to say racism.
Yeah, or systemic racism or any of this other bullshit, which I don't think, like, you can't use racism anymore because that's what they love to use as like systemic racism. Like, you know, things are
okay. What part about what actually takes place when you're talking about being more difficult to get loans? Credit score has to be higher than others. Some, you know, you got folks that came over here. I want you to think about it right now. You have illegal people who have come over here. Do you think they had the proper credit score? And these folks is up here getting all kinds of everything and benefits. The point of everything that we've been talking about is how we've had folks butt in line. The letter community butted in line in front of black people. Immigrants butted in line in front of black people. Now, this is something that's a fact. Now, see, the thing is this. Why do you like? Let's think about this right now. Okay, he's from Iran. Myron is from Iran, I believe. Okay, so let's break it down. Everything and all the opportunities that you got, did you get that from where you from? No. Why? Because where you from is effed up. Now watch this. Here we go. Follow me. We got places here that are effed up. When you talking about a group of people who are subsequently kind of stuck in a place where it's effed up, as much as you may think they can just move around and do what they want, it don't work like that necessarily. There's so many different ramifications that come into play. Okay? And if you're not aware of those ramifications and all of the boundaries that actually are a factor as to why the hoods here is the main reason why you left where you from. Even if it's worse where you from, let's just say it's more deprived, no toilets and running water. Okay, whatever. The fact is that you left that circumstance and you came somewhere where it's better. And when you came here, you didn't land in our hoods. You landed in the spots where you knew there was opportunity, job flow, and everything in safety and the whole nine. There are a lot of us who are stuck. We are in this country. We are stuck in that. We got to remember that. Okay, let's keep on going.
Fair and judicial system towards black versus whites. How about this? How about you just don't get involved in the judicial system? How about you just don't commit crime? How about you stop making fucking excuses and crying about systemic racism or whatever? It's like, dude, you live in the best country in the world, and I would argue black people nowadays have more opportunity than anyone else.
Yeah.
You guys from
what? Okay, how about your people stop scamming? What if I said that? Am I effed up? Am I effed up right now? What if I said that? I mean, come on, man.
Of action, DEI, whatever, people that aren't qualified or getting jobs, etc. That are, getting jobs over their white counterparts. And then for some odd reason, if I call this shit out, I'm considered a white apologist or a white nationalist or a white supremacist. Like, no, I just acknowledge the reality that in America, right, unless if you're a white male, everything is against you if you're a white male.
Yeah.
Like white males are some of the most targeted race.
Yeah.
First of all, we are in a country where no matter who you are, I want you to find a demographic and or gender of a person, which is only two, men and women, right? I want you to find that for me and tell me who does not have a struggle. Who don't have a struggle? Are you serious right now? You talking about white men are the most hated. Plenty of people can say that they're the most hated here. You got my people who can't even get something as simple as reparations, which is everything else that other folks have gotten. Now, what is to be discussed at the table of us is how should the reparations be dispersed, in what form? Should it come in a check? Should it come in like infrastructure? How should it come, right? But we ain't even got that. I'm somebody who recognizes how much my people have been put behind the 8 ball, but I'm also somebody who recognizes we ain't supposed to just keep on making excuses. Why? Because then you get folks like this right here who feel like they're legitimized in saying the BS that they saying. That's the point in which where I am. Let's keep on rocking out.
Because everything can be blamed them. That's just the reality. So I call it out.
Yeah, I would say if you're like if you're young and white, put something else on your resume or job. Put you're black or Native American. I had a family member, I shouldn't say who. She applied for a scholar. There was something. It was so ridiculous.
She said Native American.
No. This is real. It shouldn't be real. I couldn't believe it. But she got like $30,000 scholarship a year because she said she was a non-binary lesbian. You can't be a non-binary lesbian because if you're non-binary, you're not a sex and a lesbian. I thought she was like bullshit me first, but show me like a massive scholarship. Good for her paying her college, but it was like. I thought she'd bullshit me first, but it's like, I'm not going to say what family member, but they confirmed.
What does that got to do with black folks? See, it's shit like that. Like, what does that even have to do with us? I ain't got shit to do with us.
Like their parents and stuff. So her parents didn't have to pay for school because she pretended she was a non-binary.
Is fucking bullshit. Like these rainbow flags, we need to get rid of it.
Burn them.
These fucking.
It's a hate crime if you burn them.
Yeah, it is.
So don't burn them.
I'm gonna say some offensive shit here, but I'm just gonna say
good, fuck it.
Okay, so with the gay stuff, we need to ban.
Like, just let them get married, but I can look back and say I was wrong.
That's what started the problem.
I don't even hate gay people, but I think it should be. It used to be embarrassed. They should be underground about it. It's not something to be proud of. I really don't want to watch you guys kissing. I don't want my children's show having to watch it.
If I'm gonna be all the way on it,
the molestation rate is about.
I'm just trying not to mess with that and touch that shit. I leave that alone. Let them talk about that.
Yeah, I used to.
Hold on. So if they ain't talking about the black community, I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get to this one right here. So in this one, and this right here, you know what I want to do? I want to take time and I want to sit back and I just want to listen to ladies talk, right? On this one right here. I actually want to hear what my sisters hear and what African sisters have to say. And I want to hear whatever the correlation is and how this all works out. And I want to see how this all plays itself out at the same time as well. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get to this right here, right? So as we doing that, we're going to take ourselves a quick commercial break.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Let's go ahead and get to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 9:59 p.m. I believe this is a very interesting discussion. It's chill, it's quiet, but let's listen to it. And let's just kick back and let's learn something. I'll pause it here and there. Let's go. Out of safety reasons. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
I was born in Nigeria before I moved to the United States, and growing up in Nigeria, people would always make comments about my skin tone being yellow. They would always say, "Oh, yellow banana," they'll make those comments. And I was pretty young, so I didn't really know it as colorism or anything, but I did know that I was different because they would always point out my skin tone. So even as a little girl, it used to kind of seep into my mind that, okay, I might be better because they're talking about my skin all the time, just being, noticed. And so when my family moved to the United States when I was 10 years old, and I remember we moved to Wisconsin, so that was the first time of actually seeing what white people look like. So I remember next to a young little while, and I put my skin against hers, because back home they would say that I was like light skinned. So I was like, oh, I'm light skinned, right? And then I did that, and I was like, wait a second, I'm black. And that was my first realization that I was black. Because
Yes, you are. Look, the fact is this: we need to cut all of this out because you are lighter brown, you light skin. No, if you are not something called, let me cam up for this. If you are not something called red bone or high yellow, you are not in the category of light skin. I'm going to repeat that one more again for the win. If you are not in the category of red bone or high yellow, you're not light skin. See, everybody's forgetting about the different complexions. Like, it's just we go from midnight to day. No. You also have something called caramel. You have something like myself, which would be like a Hennessy, you know what I'm saying? Mocha complexion. You got midnight, you got purple. Okay. You got peanut butter. Some of us, that's that lighter brown, right? It's like right along the borderlines, but you're not light skinned. Peanut butter. So we got high yellow. We got high yellow, red bone, peanut butter, caramel, Hennessy, chocolate, dark chocolate, midnight. Do you get it? There are so many. What's going on, nephew? Okay, now. All right. There's so many different. Appreciate it. Go ahead, make yourself comfortable. Oh, am I still here? Yeah, they want to mess with me. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure. I got y'all. I'm about to get right back to it. Let me just make sure everything working good. Goodness gracious. Oh, they messing with me. Sheesh. Okay. Let me do that. All right, boom. All right, so this is what I'm saying. You got different complexions. So when you get over here, yeah, it's not going to be the same. It's not the same. Let's keep on going. Oh, shit.
I mean, I said I was a kid, so I didn't deep it too much as I'm deep in it now as an adult.
In today's episode, African women born and raised on the continent and African American women
See.
born and raised
You see how they slid that
in the
in?
United States.
Although they share African roots, with AKA, even though these women are African American, no, you're still African. No, they probably don't share the same roots at all. Look, we got to remember something, okay? Let's go to big cats. Lions do not exist where Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me see something. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I got kicked out of my own studio, so now I see why it's not holding the audience. They just playing with me right now. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's try to talk about this again. All right. My bad, y'all. That just jive like blue everything. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Let me pull this back up. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let me do this. And let me share my screen. But anyway, so the example that I was given is big cats, right? I don't like how, oh, these are African American women or Black American women, and these are African women. And although they share the same roots, like, no, that's not the case. And again, the example that I'm giving, let me go ahead and get that back up right here because they just knocked down everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but I'm going to try to talk about it. Okay, let's see what we got. So now, big cats. Tigers don't reside where lions are. That's why you never really see them out in the wild. You never do. You don't see a tiger fighting a lion in the wild. You never see that on Nat Geo Discovery, nothing. Because they're not in the same place. Where a tiger is located, where a lion is located, they are different, although they're both big cats. Same thing with, like, maybe, let's say, panthers and things of that nature. Like, they're not, all these big cats aren't in the same area. They're not in the same place. So we got to remember that. Like, it's a different phenotype. Like, goodness gracious. Mic check 1 2. Hold on. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Let me see something. All right, bet. I'm gonna see if I can get this to play. I'm gonna keep it on the back end, right? Let me see something because it might be the show. It might be the show. Share. Let me see something right here. Let's go ahead and do it radio style. Let's see what we got. Hold on.
This dialogue will unpack misconceptions, highlight cultural differences, and celebrate points of unity. The goal isn't to erase those differences, but to build deeper understanding.
All right, we don't want to hear all that. Let's go ahead and let's get it going. Let's talk about it. Let's get right on into it. I ain't even gonna hold us up. We don't need to hear no introduction. All right, look. I'm gonna have to redo this live. I'm gonna redo this live over. All right. I'm just letting y'all know I'm about to shut this one down. I'm gonna redo this live over later. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and make it got me frozen. Mic check 1 2 1 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this live, and I'm gonna do this live over again later on. I'm gonna see what's going on. I don't know what's up with StreamYard acting funny, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do this a little bit later. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get up out of here on this one. So I apologize dearly. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is mute. So let's go ahead and just at least I got a tune for you or two, like a here go. But anyway, let's go ahead and rock out. Shout out. Oh my gosh. What the
Emo che si truly fantastic type of individual, so incredible, unfettables, and I be jamming you, sir, on a regular, though. So you so slow, he broke, we talking our neck. We be too slow to learn and too quick to disrespect. Take a check, get it back. Stack up a couple racks. I run into my mobile patient. Look for some help, but be still. Fuck your life, dead your time, dead your bell. I'm all about peace in my city, no, with no rain. Stay to myself, but extend to my people needing help. Hell yes, Michael, this is Smitty, this is Star, but you can call me CJ. Yeah. I've been to the moon, rock space-time. Travel, I repel girls with brown eyes. That two from the gravel, take this music. and collect every ounce of your respect. Anybody wanna try to battle me, bring your dead. Wish I seen how money hungry fakers just be in your face. As I take a metamorphic shock like a taser. High voltage, just a God is my savior. Here to preserve all the flavor. Yes, rocky like sand and I'm smooth like a gator. On the rooftop, dressed in all black like a Raider. M16 when I spit, get a grip just like a Terminator. Like an ice cream shop, Smitty has too many flavors. Yes, 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 I'm loyalty, no traitor. Still keep a clean cup of swamp thing. No, 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 you not major, let's hit the streets and still we walk. As I outline a beam of wrath, and it's all in child, get back, yeah, we big dog. Major, that's a fact, I'm on track, lay tracks like a train, call me two. Busting up 2 Glocks in an afro and 2 clicking up and causing much danger. No stranger to the conflict, me, I tenderize the beef socks like it was a brisket. When I walk in, I turn heads, when you walk in, it be crickets. Me, I'm ducking all you haters like it's dodgeball in case you missed it. And holla at you people, thank you for another day. It's Mr. 7 from T Heavens, and you know that we don't play. Yeah.